Schedule a free design consultation, and the more you buy, the more you'll save on blinds, shades, shutters, and more from Budget Blinds. Visit budgetblinds.com today.
This is Newcap News with Annika Notveit.
Good evening. We begin tonight with a situation that could have been a lot worse. No one was injured after a rollover on Highway 16 this afternoon. Around 2 o'clock, Kit Scotty RCMP responded to a car on fire on Highway 16 in the eastbound lane. The lone driver of the car had rear-ended a trailer being pulled by a truck. Then it rolled and skidded on the roof about 80 meters before coming to a rest and starting on fire. RCMP put the fire out immediately after arriving on scene. Ambulance crews attended the 22-year-old driver from Lloydminster. He had no injuries and is being charged with careless driving. For many in the Midwest, the annual Sportsman Showcase at the Lloyd X is the unofficial start to spring. And as Jeremy Thompson reports, this weekend they had a special guest speaker who is no stranger to the outdoors.
Like you said, if you're looking for stuff for outdoors, this is the spot to go.
More than 150 exhibitors fill the Lloyd X grounds with everything to do with sport, gardens, and leisure.
We are just thrilled that this is the biggest one we have ever had. We have over 100,000 square feet of displays.
Unique items are everywhere, from custom board games to Western art, but the star of this year's show is Terry Grant. The man tracker is best known for his role on the TV show and says anyone can learn how to track. It just takes patience and practice to see what others overlook.
As far as people go, you can, go to any park and start following your dad or your kids or something around, and that's how you start.
The Albertan cowboy has moved on from the show and now is partnered with Scouts Canada as a role model for young outdoorsmen.
Scouting is an outdoor organization. We try to teach the youth how to survive in the wilderness. So he's just he leads by example there.
I do a lot of public speaking like here. I teach tracking courses a bunch, doing that more and more now. And in my spare time in the winter, I build custom furniture.
It's always interesting. We always come, even if we're just looking. We always come just to see what's here.
Jeremy Thompson, Newcap News.
It's easy to take amenities such as dental work for granted, but in many parts of the world, they don't get that opportunity. One local dentist has been traveling abroad with the organization Kindness in Action for the past 5 years to educate many who have never seen a dentist before. This year, Dr. Neki Jamal, along with 2 other local dentists, went to a mountainside in Guatemala and said he was shocked by the rampant exposure to refined sugars.
Soft drinks are cheaper than water. It's no doubt what's going to happen to people's health, people's well-being, and then their teeth.
They were there just over a week and saw over 500 patients.
And we pulled a lot of teeth, unfortunately, just because of the amount of decay, but we also did a lot of fillings. Everyone left with a toothbrush, and we went over oral hygiene with everyone as well.
He says many villages don't have access to clean drinking water, and they are working on a way to help.
If we can drill water wells, like in other villages around that area, and actually provide water, maybe we can go a little bit further and help these people's health out. We're going to make it happen, and I'm determined we're going to make this happen.
He says they are teaming up with an NGO in Edmonton and are working on a plan going forward. All right, Jeremy joins us now for a look at the weather, but quickly before we get into that, we'll take a look at what we found this week on social media when we searched Lloydminsters. Yeah, so here we go, a bit of a tribute to the Bobcats. They finished their season last week when they lost in Game 6 to their rivals, the Bonnyville Pontiacs, but they had an entertaining season, and I have to say, we got out a couple times after the cast.
Yeah, it was a really good season they had. Unfortunate they lost out so early. However, now the Bonnyville Pontiacs they're moving ahead, and Claire Hanna has some highlights coming up later in sports.